For to top it! Doncaster Rovers have done it!
We've actually done it. We've actually got a win today. My name is the CHALL, your Doncaster Rovers fan, and welcome to this very special video. I'm pumping up the collar. I'm feeling a bit, suave and sophisticated because finally we've got a victory to celebrate. Now, obviously, this isn't the be-all and end-all of our season. We know, in my opinion, we are going down, but it's a nice victory to take out of this season. Obviously, shout out to the Crewe fans for all the effort they put in, the ones that travelled. We'll see you next year. Pretty much is the phrase. We'll see you next year. It's going to be interesting to see how Crewe looks next season, what kind of squad they put out for next season, what kind of squad David Artell is going to put out next year. It was great speaking to him after the match as well for a bit, and yeah, it's great. It is great getting a win. It's always great getting a win, but let's not pull any punches here. Crewe Alexandra are bottom of the league for a reason, because they're relegated to League 2 now mathematically as well as on paper. They are, in my opinion, done. So I think they're just looking to salvage a bit of pride out of their last few games and go into League 2 with the expectation of trying to get back up to League 1 as quick as possible. But of course, League 2 is a very, very tough league compared to what it was a few years ago. We know it's a lot tougher to get out of that league now, with so many teams coming on the up and so many former League 1 and sort of higher up clubs, coming down there and having to prove themselves again. So it's a very tough division to get out of, speaking to the League 2 fans beforehand. And, Crewe, we'll see what they do next season and where they finish. But in terms of this season, they will probably finish bottom of the league, in all honesty. For us today, though, I think we did all right. We weren't playing the best football ever, but I think we did all right. And I was speaking to Gary McSheffrey after the match, and I said that I saw a little bit more hoofball than Wickham, but I could see with some of the ground stuff what we want to play. And I asked him, is that the philosophy that you want going forward? He said to me, it would be his philosophy going forward, which is quite exciting. Carpet football is something I want to see. Whether it actually happens or not, we'll see. Of course, to do that, you need to bring in the right players to play that style of football. One of those players for me is John Bostock. Has to stay, has to be kept on a new contract. He was immense in that midfield tonight, along with Adam Clayton. They were both great tonight, and Mitchell was on fine form as well, keeping out any and all Crewe chances. There was not a lot, but what he did do, he did well. So no faults with Mitchell today. Rochelle Williams was solid in that defence again today. Rochelle Williams for me has been one of the most improving players. It's weird saying that in a relegation season, but Rochelle Williams for me has been one of the most improving players from where he was under Richie Wellens to where he is now under Gary McSheffrey. He's performing much better than what he was beforehand. Comment down below if you agree with me, but for me I feel like he's performing better than what we've seen from him in the past. So that's something I've kept my eyes on pretty well over the last few weeks. I think Aiden, apart from the final ball and the final third, I think Aiden's pace was spot on again today. I think he plays so much better as a wide midfielder. He had that one game at right wing back where he was decent. The other time he was at right wing back, he was pretty much getting battled to every battle. As a wide midfielder, as a wide midfielder / wide winger, I think that he could work very well in that role, especially if we sign him up to a new contract. I did joke about in a couple of streams towards today, saying, I said to Aiden he signed a new contract, and he was joking about saying, yeah, of course I am. So if he actually is signing a new contract, then that's brilliant news, because I think that he's someone we need to develop and see what he can do. Same with Lowe and Younger. I think those two work well as well. I think both of them look really good as well. Obviously Young when he came on and Lowe when he started. Callum Oyle, again, brilliant today. Tommy Rowe leads by example every time, doesn't he? He's just the man. I really hope Tommy Rowe stays after this season. I really hope he does. Matt Smith, again, ran his socks off, just ran his backside off today and just did what he could, and then up front, you know, we had Rio up front, and again, I think he gets into the right areas, but then just can't seem to finish his chances. Onabeko came in, you know, tried to put himself about a bit, but again, just missed the chance that he had to get on there and to get into the right areas. So again, it's that final ball. It's creating the chance and finishing the chances that needs the most work. Because if we have a 20-plus goal scorer and we're feeding him the right way, like, we've got the basis of a decent squad. We've got a decent goalkeeper. Our back four, long-term and short-term, in my opinion, if we can keep them all under contract, is secured. The midfield, again, if we can keep them all under contract and things like that, then that's secured for a good couple of years, maybe even a few years, especially if we're bringing in the right people. It's up front. You know, get Rio developing over the next couple of years, next few years. Get someone else to play alongside him or to compete with him for a first-team place. And we've got and it's going to be someone who can score a load of goals. Then, you know, we've got the foundations of a good squad here. It just needs those little improvements here and there, and we can be a strong side next season. We just need to realise our potential. Also, it's got to be affected by what happens off the field, recruitment, backing the manager, etc. And you know, this goes back to the Coppinger story. If he's going to be the head of football starting next season, was it my first choice of appointment? No. Because, in my opinion, I don't think he's experienced enough in that kind of department. I don't think that Coppinger, although he's known well to the club and he's got good contacts, I think he'd be ploughed into the pressure a lot sooner than we'd have liked him to be, if you know what I mean. I said if Coppinger was the assistant head of football operations to a main guy who's got football pedigree, I wouldn't mind that. A team of Coppinger who knows the club and someone from the outside who can do a job. A team like that, that's a dream team in my opinion, so I wouldn't be sad about that or mad about that. If it was Coppinger as the main guy, it wouldn't be my first choice. I think it would be another in-house appointment and not the right way to go. That's how I sort of perceive it anyway. Overall, I would say going into the next game against Bolton, I would say, you know, let's be cautious after this win. Let's go into this Bolton game with a bit of worry because Bolton are in some fine form going into this. And if we go for it and show them we're not scared to just sit back and just let them put pressure on us, do what we did today against Crewe. Go for them if we can. Don't do a lot of hoofball. Play the stuff along the ground a bit more and go at them. Because when we go at them, we can cause some trouble if we get in the right areas and if we can score our chances. So that would be my best advice. But overall, I'm impressed. So thank you very much, guys, for watching this match review. Make sure you do like, comment, subscribe. And for now, I'm the CHALL, your Doncaster Rovers fan. Goodbye.